the fuck? Oh my god, that's bad. My lord and Christ. Matthew Santoro just liked my video. What the fuck? Matthew Santoro is a huge YouTuber. He covered things like I did. I watched him when I was a kid. He liked my video. That's so sick. Wow. It's awesome. He knows who I am now. That's cool. That's so cool. I don't know. Like, all right, let's start with this case, huh? Sorry, that was a weird fangirl moment right there. That was so cool. I can't wait till my wife comes home and I tell her. I don't know if she knows who the fuck that is, but dude, I'm sure you know Matthew Santoro, right? Like, dude, holy shit, that's so cool. All right, sorry, I'm fangirling. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus, Matthew, Jesus. That's so cool. Hi everyone, how are you doing? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. So today we're gonna cover a true crime case. This has nothing to do with like disturbing things on the internet. My cat is at my feet right now. Capri, if you don't leave me alone, I am going to feed you half because you're a fat fuck. Is that animal abuse? Is that animal abuse? I came home the other day, he was gnawing on the fucking cat food bag. He had a full bowl of food and he's gnawing on the bag like a fat fuck. Come here. Oh my god, you fat bastard. Come here. You weigh like 80,000 pounds. You have the density of a dying sun. Excuse me, I have to close the door. You can't distract me. Sorry. Bye. No, you're not coming back in here. I love you. It takes a toll on the body to pick that fucker up. Oh my god. I love my cat. So today we're going to be talking about one of the most interesting cases of how do I say this? It's the most interesting murder case I've come across in a while. My chair is slowly descending and I can feel it right now. I'm just gonna let it go. And then however low I get, we'll see. It's one of the most interesting cases to me because it's not the fact of how she died, because they don't know how she died. It's the fact of what is being uncovered as time goes on. This case is over 60 years old and there's still like evidence coming out about it, and it just cuts holes in everyone's story. And it was just recently updated, I think in October 15th 2022. Like, it was the latest development of this case. It's an extremely fresh track that we're tracking now. It's crazy. Do you see me getting lower? Am I crazy, or am I rapidly descending? What is going on right now? Jesus Christ. Why does my chair do that? I need to get a different chair or something. If you're a fan of the dark and mysterious or shocking and disturbing, this is the right place for you. I cover everything from the occult to disturbing videos on the internet to disturbing stories, anything slightly spooky. Get it? Did you get the pun? Anything slightly spooky, I cover it. If you're looking for that kind of stuff, this is the place for you. Hit the subscribe button. I release videos at least once a week. I have been horrible at that since I met Jazz over a year ago. You can ask him. I am a sack of shit. I'm sorry. I'm just busy with work, if I'm being honest. I can't. I don't know. Anyway, we're back to the case. So this is the curious case of Jeannette DePalma. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her first name right. It could be Janet, but I'm saying Jeannette because I feel like if there's two N's and two T's, it's Jeannette. I don't know. I don't want to. It's Jeannette. Oh, it's also snowing outside, dude. I can finally. Okay, those are my display boards. I don't use my bindings or use them snowboarding. My boards are actually outside. I have to get them whacked. But I get to use my new board. I just bought a board yesterday. It's so sick. Should I show my board? Yes, I'm gonna show my board. So this is my K2 Manifest Japan board. Is built for powder, parks, rails, and honestly I can't wait to see how it rides. This is probably one of the most prestigious brands in Japan. I can't wait to see how it feels on the park, on the powder, and I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. Only if I got sponsored by a snowboarding company that I could do this for, and I could promote their brand, or any brand that is willing to take me on. Wow, that would be so cool if that were to happen, right? Holy shit, I would promote the fuck out of that brand. You don't have no fucking idea how badly I would promote your shit. Fucking god damn it. You're supposed to write a professional email and then you're supposed to wait 3 to 4 business days before. Fuck that. Beg like a bitch. That's how you get sponsors. I would also like to say that since I do not have an advertisement this week, and I probably won't have one for quite some time because I am a bougie when it comes to that kind of stuff. I would still like to say that there is the donation link down in the description below. If you want to donate to children's hospitals from all around the world, you can go ahead and click on the donation link down below in the description, and you can help save a kid's life and give it to a really good cause, because it's doing nothing sitting there in your bank account. I'm still gonna guilt trip the fuck out of you to donate to these people. Onto the case. So the case of Jeannette DePalma it's actually a rabbit hole with a lot of twists and turns and plot twists and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna explain the case file in its entirely factual form as updated on October 15th, 2022. But I am also going to include things that I think happened in this case, because there's a lot of holes here. You're gonna be able to tell when I'm talking about what I'm thinking, not about what's actually in the case file. It will be very apparent. Without further ado, let's just jump into it, because this is a big stack of hay. Who the fuck says that? I'm making it a saying right now. It's a big stack of hay. I have two different sources here. One is Wikipedia and one is the actual updated case file from October 15th, 2022. The one on Wikipedia has not been updated. So this one has all of the occult sacrificing thing that I want to get into in a minute, but it is not a reliable source of information when it comes to this case. There's also a lot of information that is left out of the Weird New Jersey site. That's who is covering this case and has been covering it for a quarter of a century now. There's some information on Wikipedia that isn't on Weird New Jersey. That's such as like her age, what date, the dates and stuff like that. So I'm going to be jumping back and forth here. If you want to read it for yourself, the links to both of these are in the description below, as well as the donation link to the charity. I literally don't see a cent of it. I literally don't see a cent of that. It just goes straight to, you go straight to their landing page and you donate straight to them. I don't know if you donate, I don't know if you don't donate, but yeah, it's a good thing. Twitch subscriber actually brought this case to my attention yesterday when I was streaming about, you know, weird rabbit holes and true crime stuff like that. By the way, twitch.tv/HP0UKTV. I stream almost every single day, scientifically proven to put inches onto your PP. So go ahead and hang out there with me almost every day. Look at some weird shit with me. And this case just didn't sit right with me at all. You'll understand what I'm talking about when I get into it, but there is so many fucking holes in this story. It is crazy. On August 7, 1972, 16-year-old Jeannette DePalma walked away from her home. She didn't run away. She was leaving her home. She's told her family she was going to go to the train station and head over to her friend's house. Later in that evening, when her parents phoned her friend's parents and figured out that she didn't show up, they went on to look for her. And the next day, they filed a missing persons report. And this was the last time anybody seen Jeannette DePalma alive. Nobody saw her for about 6 weeks. So she was missing for about 6 weeks, and 6 weeks later, a hiker in the, what the fuck is it called? I have to figure out how the fuck you pronounce this. I don't like this. Is this French? Hudai. Okay. 6 weeks later, a hiker was hiking in the Hudai, that's such a hard word, hiking in the Hudai quarry when his dog brought back the decomposing right arm of Jeannette DePalma. That alerted the authorities to search the entirety of the quarry and found her body up on a cliff named the Devil's Teeth. I'm sorry, Now, according to police reports and the Daily Journal, it was said that her body was discovered in what it looked like a ritualistic sacrifice position. Basically, her body was laying in the middle of sticks surrounding her in the shape of a coffin, so basically like a trapezoid shape. There was also a bunch of sticks made to look like occult figures and shapes and stuff like that. One source even said that she was laying in what looked like a pentagram. They described it as more of like a black magic sacrifice or worshiping Satan type of sacrifice. That was the story for quite a long time. That was until February of 2021 when a bulk of the case file was released. And what's crazy about this is the police department claimed that the case file was lost in a hurricane and destroyed. Do you see where I'm going with this? This case file relating to this poor girl's death from 1972, they claimed was lost in a hurricane flooding, and all of a sudden the bulk of it turns up in 2021. Not only that, they claimed that this report was missing or destroyed. I'm not gonna say anything yet. I'm just gonna let that fucking sizzle. Now, with this bulk case file report, they also included crime scene photographs. The article is structured in a very weird way. It goes back and forth between like, we found the case reports, this is what they said before, this is what the case report says now, this is what it said before the case report was even made, what I said made sense. This doesn't make sense, so I'm going to structure it the way I am understanding this. We're going to go over what they said before the police report was released, and then what was actually uncovered when they actually reviewed the case report in 2021. So the case report stated that she was sacrificed with a bunch of occult paraphernalia surrounding her, and even a pentagram, which is a bold case, and it is also complemented by the fact that she was found on the part of the quarry, which is known as Devil's Teeth, which would make sense if you don't really look into it and you don't have any further proof. That's all you would know, is that it was an occult sacrifice on a place called Devil's Teeth. It makes sense if you don't know the rest of the story. Her body was also found with unusually high amounts of lead in her system. There was also no fractured bones, no stab marks, no gunshot wounds, nothing. There was no way to determine how she had died. Also, her body was so badly decomposed, not only from the amount of time it took from her death to her body's discovery, but also the outside factors such as animals gnawing at her body, such as the dog taking her right arm to the hiker to find the body. And also, you know, you never know if there's like birds picking at her or the ants or the worms, something like that. Her body was so badly decomposed that they didn't know if she was asphyxiated or not. Like, they don't know if she choked on something. They don't know if she overdosed on drugs. They don't know if she had a heart attack, stuff like that. Like, they don't know how this girl died, and it is a mystery till this day. So that is the facts that we knew before the case file was released. The case file now have been leaked and released tells a completely different fucking story. I'm going to tell you something that they told all the retired detectives or investigators told the press, which was that her body was found in a popular party spot, and that she probably died of an overdose of drugs, and all the teenagers around her basically ran away because they were scared of the repercussions of her overdosing, and also, you know, they were doing drugs apparently, so they didn't want to get caught with that. So they ran away instead of rendering her medical aid and possibly saving her life. That is what was told when the case file was released. I'm going to read word for word exactly what Weird NJ, which is the source that I'm using right now, has said in their report. The spot where Jeanette's body was discovered is much more overgrown than previously described to us, with countless large plants and bushes surrounding the remains. No evidence of a party or any other social gathering is noted in the accompanying evidence reports or seen in the multitude of photographs released in February 2021. If you look at the crime scene photos, you can definitely tell that this is not a goddamn party spot. There are, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4 different angles of the body, and nowhere near Jeanette does it look like there could be a party. That's extremely suspicious in and of itself. Also, I want you guys to take a look at these crime scene photographs, and I want you to tell me if you see anything occult. I want you to tell me if you see any pentagram, if you see any sticks in a weird shape, if you see any sticks laid out in the shape of a coffin around her body. Where is that? If this case went 60 years while people believing that she was sacrificed to the occult, where's the evidence? Where is this occult-like items? Where are they? I don't see them anywhere. It is also worth noting that a few feet away from Jeanette's body, they found her purse. Not really her purse. They found what was in her purse, which includes a pack of Markle tissues, Vicks inhaler, a small compact lipstick, a comb, a key on a ring, a clear vial with an unknown substance, resembling a quercetin bottle. If you don't know what quercetin is, it's basically Advil. It's a cold and flu medicine. It's made to, you know, stop fevers and stuff like that. That's what quercetin is. And a small eyeshadow box. What wasn't found on the crime scene was the purse itself, a wallet with all the money, and a necklace with a cross on it. It was also reported that there were animal sacrifices strewn about the crime scene. That's why a lot of people believe this to be an occult issue. I want you to tell me if there's any animal sacrifices that you see. Any raccoons dead? Any bald eagles hanging upside down? Anything? No, you don't. And I shit you not, that is the entirety of the case. That is all we know. There are so many holes in this fucking story that it is mind-boggling to me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and piece together some of the information that we have and then kind of fill in the blanks, because obviously the police don't give two fucks about Jeanette, because it's widely known by the police report that they just didn't fucking bother to fact check any of the evidence that they got, and then they straight up fucking lied about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna piece it together myself, and I'm gonna give you some very blatant answers to this. Obviously, I should really like say this before. I'm not trying to disrespect Jeanette's memory at all. I'm not trying to sound like a police investigator or anything like that. I'm a fucking YouTuber. I'm a social media content creator. I don't know anything about, you know, cases, but like some things things, like they're just way too obvious, and I feel like nobody is talking about them. So I'm gonna talk about them. What the fuck? Oh my god, that's bad. My Lord in Christ. So Jeannette left her house on August 7th, 1972, right? And then nobody's heard from her for 6 weeks, and then she's discovered on some sort of a cliff or anything like that. There's two things that could have happened here, in my opinion, in my totally not professional opinion. A, she went up there with someone that she knew and trusted, because obviously you wouldn't be taken up there. You wouldn't follow a stranger all the way up to a fucking on a cliff. You know what I mean? So she had to been gone up there for a reason with someone that she's known and she's trusted. She knew and trusted this person to the point where she walked up a fucking cliff with them, probably to go stargazing, or maybe even smoke weed. I don't know. I don't know her life or what she did in her personal life. That is her fucking business. But you don't go out to that place with someone you don't fucking know. You just don't do it. Like, that is basic human instinct. You don't do that. So that is the first option. She went up there with somebody she knew and trusted, and then they killed her. Or two, and the less likely option that I'm going to get into in a minute, is that she was murdered and then taken up there. You see what I'm saying? The reason I say that that is the least convincing answer is because her purse contents were found feet away from her body. If she was murdered and dumped, they would have done all of that things before they dumped her. You know what I mean? Like, so the more likely cause of this is that she went up there by her own free will. You know what I mean? Like, she went up there knowing that she was going up there, and then she was murdered, and then the person took her purse and then robbed her. Yeah, I know I said robbed because that is exactly what happened. Because what was found in the purse? Let's start there. What was found in the purse? Marshall tissues, a Vicks inhaler, a small lipstick, a comb, a key on a ring, a clear vial with an unknown substance in a quercetin bottle, and a small eyeshadow box. What wasn't there was the purse itself, the wallet with all the money in it, and a cross necklace. Now, the things that were found on the crime scene, the things in her purse, you cannot resell those. You can get them for what, 30 cents for each? Maybe? You can't resell a used lipstick. You can't resell a quercetin bottle with an unknown liquid in it. You can't sell that. What you can sell is the purse. What you can sell is the wallet. You don't have to sell the money. You already got the money. And you can definitely sell a cross necklace. How is nobody picking this up? I mean, I'm not sure if they did or not, but it's very blatantly obvious that she was robbed. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to disrespect her in any way. All I'm saying is I'm just pointing out the obvious. Like, that is exactly what happened. You can't tell me anything otherwise. It is also blatantly obvious to me that the police have something to do with it. Not like they killed her or anything like that, but they know what happened. They know who killed her. At the very least, they know who killed her, because you don't just do all of this. You do all this reporting, all this investigating. You don't show the public any of the case files, right? And then in 1999, when a fucking hurricane comes around, you claim that all the documents, all of the case files was washed away, and then all of a sudden in 2021, actually no, they're right here. You don't fucking do that. That it just doesn't fucking happen, because oh my god, do you guys see where I'm coming from? If the police have nothing to do with it, then why did they lie? Like, I'm not trying to sit here and I'm not trying to like put the blame on anyone, and I'm not trying to start some conspiracy theory type of shit, but like, if you're innocent, why the fuck would you lie like that? And also, on top of that, you told the family for 60 fucking years that Jeannette was sacrificed with occult paraphernalia everywhere, animal sacrifices, crazy shit. That's what you led the family believe for 60 fucking years. You know that that's not true. You didn't say anything. And all of a sudden now, oh yeah, so like, actually, there was no occult thing, but she was found in a very popular party spot. Fucking where? Where was the party spot? Nowhere near this. On a cliff? On a place called Devil's Teeth? It doesn't make any sense to me. So what I was gonna say, I'm really looking at like this, I'm looking at the photo that details the what was in the purse. I didn't read on the top right, it says what position her body was being laid on or discovered on. Body on stomach facing right, right arm over tree limb, clothing, blue shirt, tan pants, brown sandals near body. It really doesn't make any sense to me. If there was no gunshot wound, no fractured skull or fractured bones, no stab wounds, why is she in this position? You know, if she was dumped, there would obviously, especially if she's in that position, it could have broken something. Like, you don't have to be alive for bones to break. You know what I mean? This is just such a wild case to me. This is wild. That's literally all the information that we have right now is how her body was found. So this is also very weird, and I pointed this out on my Twitch stream. On Wikipedia, there is a very weird sentence. Obviously, this wasn't written by the police department, but there is a piece of evidence on here that literally should not be here. I'm gonna read it here, okay? Early in the investigation, Springfield police received a tip regarding a homeless man living in the woods near the quarry. This man was known by locals simply as Red, and it was alleged that he fled his campsite in the woods shortly after DePalma went missing. While this lead initially looked promising, the Union County Prosecutor's Office ultimately decided that Red had nothing to do with DePalma's death. Why? There's two whys here. One, why would you include that in the police report? If he had nothing to do with Jeannette's death, why the fuck would you include it in the police report? And then just say, actually, no, I don't think he had anything to do with it. How? How did you determine that? What caused you to go that route? I don't know, because one, I'm not a professional, and one, I don't think Jeannette would go off with an old homeless man named Red. Like, that's just sketchy in and of itself. I don't get it. But also, he lives in the woods. He knows something. He saw something, right? Like, I'm not just crazy here. I'm not crazy here, right? I don't know. I don't know. Like, there's just so much wrong with this case. There is so much things being hidden, so much information that we just do not have, and I guarantee you it is out there just being covered up. It's crazy the amount of information that we have. It's even crazier how much information that we don't have. People are like, this is a mystery. I guarantee you that the police department knows who killed her. At least the people who did know who killed her, and they just fucking covered it up. That's just me being a fucking tinfoil hat pussy, but at the end of the day, like, that is what, you know, what the fuck? I don't know. Okay, anyway, that's all I have for this investigation. I am going to reach out to Weird NJ, the original people who released the new evidence from October 15th, 2022. I mean, the evidence wasn't gathered on October 15th, but that is when it was released to us by them. So I'm going to reach out to them, see if I can get any more information, and if I do, even if it's a little bit, I'll update you either here or on Twitch, or I'll tweet it out or something like that. All my links to my socials are in the description below if you guys would like to go check them out. I don't know how to do any of those things, so follow please, so you can see me tweet about a waffle I had an hour ago. I don't fucking know. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there are any snowboard sponsorships, hey, how you doing? My name's Spooky. I snowboard sometimes. I'm not that good at it, but you know, I like to display them on my back, so people think that I have a life when I really don't. I sit here in front of my computer and I do nothing. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your support. Please show Jazz some love in the comments, because he does put up with my shit way too much. Oh my god, it is kind of crazy how much he puts up with. I am sorry, Jazz, but you're amazing. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Check the link in the description for the donation link to the charity that I'm supporting, and I will catch all of you guys in the next video. I just finger guns you. Why the fuck did I do that? All right, bye-bye.